Hey guys, Waterfaller41 here, and in today's video we are talking through my new wheels. So yep, I finally pulled the trigger on new wheels and tires on the Ram Rebel. Got rid of the Duratracs and the boring OEM wheels and went with some bronze wheels. So I've been playing with the idea of red wheels, black wheels, machine wheels, and finally settled on the look of bronze wheels, and I am so glad I did because they turned out awesome. So what are we looking at from a wheel perspective and tire perspective? So these are MKW off-road wheels. These are the M205 models. So they have M204s as well, which are somewhat similar. They have more rounded spoke, whereas these are basically your straight spoke. So these are bronze. They also come in black. I paired them up with Bimic black lug nuts. And if you look close enough, you can see these silver bolts around the outside. So I apologize. The wheels are pretty dirty right now. It snowed a few days ago. But the silver bolts around the outside of the wheels are actually removable. They're not real beadlocks, but they give it a beadlock look. But eventually, at some point in time, I can go ahead and take those off, and if I wanted to, I could powder coat them black to give it a real black rim look on the wheel itself. So these are 18x9 wheels that are 1 millimeter off, that are 1 millimeter offset. So what did this do as far as where it positioned the tire on the truck? It positioned it perfectly. You can see in the rear, I have just a little bit of poke, but with the tread itself, it is still lined up with the mud flaps, and we're perfect in that case. All right, as far as tires, I paired up the M205s with Bridgestone Dueler A T3 Revos. Yep, I finally got rid of the Duratracs. In general, I think the Duratracs are good tires. Just for my application, they were a bit too much from an aggressive standpoint. And what that translated to is two things. One, tons of road noise with them, from what I've been able to experience on the 12,000 miles that I had them. But also, they were set up more for off-road. So I noticed that they are lacking in wet road traction, and they're just a bit ridiculous. When you're hitting small bumps, you basically feel everything on the road. So I took the opportunity when I was getting new wheels to also replace the tires. So we're looking at the Bridgestone Dueler A T3 Revos. And the other thing I did is I went up in size. So the stock Duratracs are 275/70/18s. These Bridgestones are 295/70/18s. So what does that mean from a size perspective? I went with a taller tire. So these are actually 34.1 or 0.2 inches, and the stock Duratracs are 33.1.2 inches, I think. So essentially, I gained a ½ inch of lift by going to new tires. Now the next question is, with that 1 millimeter offset, the 295s that are 295/70 tires, do I rub? And the answer is no. So if you remember, I have a 2-inch leveling kit on the front of the truck. I have nothing in the rear, and the truck does not rub at all. The tires come close, but hitting bumps, backing up, everything, no rubbing whatsoever. So it's an awesome combination when you're running a 2-inch level on the truck to go up to that 295 tire. I know people have gone bigger, but I just think with the 295s, with where my truck is sitting at today, it looks awesome. So why did I go with 18s over 20s or even smaller? Well, first off, smaller you can't go on these trucks. These trucks can barely fit an 18, and I say that because when they installed these at Discount Tire, they actually stacked some of the weights to balance it out, and the second row of the weights that they stacked up on top were hitting the brake calipers, so they had to spread them out and basically go on the inside and outside of the wheel to clear the calipers that happened in the rear. But why didn't I go with a 20-inch wheel? In my opinion, the 18-inch wheel is the perfect combination of wheel and tire. So there's not enough wheel that looks a little obnoxious. I still wanted to keep that aggressive off-road look, but at the same time, a 20 is nice, but it takes away a lot of the tire, and you end up with a stiffer sidewall on the tire. And I got rid of the Duratracs because I was sick of feeling every little bump on the road. If I went up to 20, I'd be basically in the same situation where I didn't have enough tire and it would just be another rough ride. So going with the 18s was kind of the perfect option, kind of the perfect in-between of looks and drivability. But overall, I am super happy with how the truck turned out. The color pops with the white and the black and everything on the Ram, and actually looks really good with the Rebel itself. So with that said, Bridgestone Dueler A T3 Revos wrapped around MKW M205 wheels. All right, before I close out my last video of 2020, I want to take a minute to thank everyone. So all of you guys that are watching my guys and girls that are watching my video, I absolutely appreciate you guys paying attention to all these videos, watching, tuning, liking, subscribing, sharing, doing whatever you can to help support my channel. I absolutely appreciate it. It has been for much of a crappy year as 2020 has been, as far as my channel, it's actually been an awesome year. We've grown over 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely huge. I never would have thought that my channel would have been at that point by the end of this year. 2020 has been the year of the Ram for me, so I got rid of the GMC at the tail end of 2019, and 2020 I spent doing a bunch of projects to this truck with a GM truck here and there, and I think I did a video on my wife's truck, but like I said, been the year of the Ram, and it's been an awesome one. You guys are all great. I appreciate you all sharing my videos. It warms my heart when I get on Facebook in some of the groups and I see something I want to share one of my videos about, let's say like truck bed lights, and somebody's already shared it. That is awesome. That killer, that just, it warms my heart to see stuff like that. The Ram community has been absolutely amazing, and I'm really excited for 2021 and what projects it brings. So like I said, a couple of things that I'm looking forward to doing in 2021 is figuring out a better system to haul my kayak. So right now, I don't have anything in the back, and I have that X-Thing Encore hard tonneau cover. I want to figure out how I can get a rack to hold my kayak without losing the ability to have a hard folding tonneau cover. I don't know what options are out there yet, but I'm looking around. And then as far as the truck itself, I want to upgrade the lift kit. I want to get rid of the spacers and go with an actual lifting strut, and maybe go an inch higher in the rear to complement the new 295 tires. But other than that, I think I'm out of the bolt-on scene and now starting to get into a little bit more of the customizing stuff on the truck. So if you have any ideas of things I should be considering with this truck, definitely let me know. I know I want to do at least one more circuit for lights. I'm not sure what. I think on the rear up on top, if I ever do get a rack up back there. But I'm ready to dive into a couple more projects here in 2021. But with that said, thank you very much for watching. I'm closing out 2020. You guys have a happy new year, and see you next year. Take care. Bye.